tell that? Why would I tell my location? Because that doesn't sound like it sounds right at all. Why would I give my location, guys? So tired. Relationship. I barely drunk this. Yeah. Hello, how you doing? Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing this Sunday afternoon? Yeah, it's a pretty view by a little river. It's not even a river. I think it's more like a, I don't know, a lake, I guess. It's nice, right? Nice little sunset. Hello, pretty sunset. Hope all is well. Yeah, I just got out of church, you guys, and I'm not going back to the shelter yet. I don't want to go back. It's too early. Hey, Rhonda, how you doing, sis? Rhonda, they changed everybody's YouTube names. Is everybody getting like a numbers at the end of their names? They changed everybody's YouTube names. I don't think they changed mine yet, but I'm noticing that everybody's YouTube name looks different. Did you guys notice I didn't go live this morning? And I just woke up. I think it was around 9 something. I went to the gym, and it was just I couldn't do a live this morning because I was just I didn't work out this morning, but I had to go to church and be there, so I just really went to the gym to take a shower. So I didn't do a live this morning. Yeah, they said that people's YouTube names have been getting changed. They said YouTube did that, so I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know who that is for, but I don't think my name had changed at all. But I was talking to Joe Jets, Long Beach Joe Jets, the guy that comes here and watches me a lot sometimes. I noticed that his name changed, and Dr. J, her page, her name changed too to like numbers or something at the end. It's really weird. But Joe Jets was like, yeah, well, you know, they're doing that to a lot of people's channels. I don't know why they're putting like numbers on the end of your name. I don't know why. I don't know if they're just doing that for people. I don't know. I don't think my channel has changed its name or anything yet. So I'm in a really nice, comfortable area. Just sitting at a park. Just sitting at a park chilling. I wasted my coffee. Well, I really did. I wasted that. I don't know why they did that. Not sure. But I have to get to a tomorrow. I work 9 to 5 tomorrow, and I'm normally off on Mondays, but they got me working. Had me off on the day for Thanksgiving, and they had me off the day of Thanksgiving. So I have 3 days off this week, but I do get like a, I guess they give me a floating holiday for Thanksgiving. I guess they pay us for that. So how was church? I had a good church day. It was nice. Nice church day. Nice, nice, nice. Really, really good service. It's always good at my church. I always have a good time. Always leave feeling refreshed and ready to fight this world. Always feel refreshed and ready to fight the world. Not ready to fight the world, but just basically ready to battle the world. I should be at a laundromat right now, honestly. But should I go to the laundromat tomorrow? I should be washing some clothes. Yeah, I should be washing some clothes. Isn't that a pretty sunset, y'all? It sucks that it gets dark so early now. It's like 4 something or 5:12. I don't like the darkness. Bust a move. How you doing? Good evening. How are you, Rhonda? Humble Jessica. How are you? What is going on with everybody? How was y'all Sunday? Let me know. Did y'all have a good Sunday? Did anybody cook any good food today? Child, I wish I could cook some good food. I really do wish I could. I wish I could, honey. I wish I could make some good food, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm exhausted, y'all. I wish I could go back to the shelter and relax, but child, bye. I really wish I could go back and chill, but I can't. I can't. I wish I could. I can't. I went to Old Navy today, bought me a jacket. I bought me another winter coat. I'm trying to find my sweatpants so I can change my change the stuff that I wore to church today and take this stuff off so I can just kind of kick back. I really wish I could go kick back at the shelter and not kick back in my car, but girls, this morning a girl at the shelter tried to intimidate me, y'all. This girl was trying to intimidate me, honey. This big girl too. She was like 6'2". She looked like she was really tall. She was taller than me, but she was just really mean to me this morning at the shelter, guys. And she was trying to test me, you know what I mean? I see mine just changed. Why is that? Hello, good evening. I had a good time at church. Me against the world. Hi, Jessica. How you doing? I had a good day. I had to go to ShopRite. I had to get some more water in the car. I usually keep spring water in the car. Now I get my water about a gallon. So I go to ShopRite and I get the spring water. Of course, I get the off-brand spring water from ShopRite. And I get that so that when I'm driving around, I don't get dehydrated and everything like that. So I get the spring water from ShopRite. And I needed some more water because I was just driving around and I felt like I was so dehydrated. So I was like, well, let me go get me some more spring water and keep in the car. I don't know. I thought I had some spring water somewhere, but I can't find my spring water. So I had to go buy some more. And that spring water was only like $1.29 or something. Even spring water is high now. Remember you would get a gallon of spring water for like $1? Child, not no more. Not anymore. Not anymore. I think I'm gonna wear what I wore to church today. I'm gonna wear it to work tomorrow. Y'all should have seen me at Planet Fitness this morning trying to iron my clothes and Planet Fitness without them finding out I was ironing clothes. Y'all should have seen me. Y'all should have seen me, honey. I was in there trying to be all like super trying to not let them see that I was ironing my clothes at Planet Fitness. Because, you know, if they catch you ironing your clothes at Planet Fitness, they probably going to kick me out or take away my membership or something. And I didn't want that, so I was just trying to be so secretive with it. Because when I walked in Planet Fitness, the lady was like, I see you have on Crocs. She was like, you can't wear Crocs when you're working out. I said, oh, okay. I didn't tell her I was just going to go there to take a shower, but she definitely saw me from coming in. And she was like, well, you know, ma'am, you can't wear Crocs when you're working out. And I should have just said, well, I'm going to be doing yoga on the yoga mat. I should have just said that, but she didn't say nothing. But how's everybody's Sunday afternoon going? What did I have? I had me a wrap from Wawa for dinner. I had a wrap from Wawa. That's what I ate for dinner tonight. And tomorrow is Monday. I'm normally off on Mondays, but tomorrow I got to work, honey. I got to work tomorrow, baby. And I don't want to, but my schedule is a little off because of Thanksgiving week. You know, Thanksgiving is what, Thursday? So yeah, she has me off the day before Thanksgiving, and then she has me off the day after the day of Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving Day I'm off, and then I have the day before Thanksgiving I have that off. So that kind of works for me too. I was just like, I rather would have kept my Sunday and Monday and just would have gave me off on Wednesday. I don't know why she didn't do that. That was very strange, but she gave me some days off that I like to keep my days off that I normally have, which is Sunday and Monday, because I would have had off tomorrow and not have to worry about working tomorrow. But she only put me on the schedule probably because they're just, they don't have the people that they need to have. So it just is what it is, I guess. But I'm just sitting at a park, just relaxing. I'm about to take my makeup off and just put my sweatpants and everything on, and I'll probably go back to the shelter in a few hours, I guess. No rush, in a few hours. I don't have to be back there tonight until I think 10, so I'm just going to sit and relax. I would go back to the shelter right now, but I don't want to go back because, like I said, it's too loud in there. The girls are loud. Um, this morning I had a girl try to intimidate me when I was trying to sign out. She was trying to sign out too, but I guess she was acting like I was taking too long to sign out. So she started tapping her hands on the wall like, are you done? She was just so ignorant, so rude, so ignorant, so rude, so nasty. But I was like, whatever. I said, do you need this tablet? She's like, yeah, I do. She's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, oh, excuse me. Why people got to be so mean? Why do you got to be so freaking mean? Especially to a person you don't know. You shouldn't be mean to anybody, but to be mean to a stranger. Y'all see me around the girls see me around the shelter. They know I'm quiet. They know I'm never there. They know I don't bother nobody. This is why I lay low. This is exactly why I lay low. Because the girl was trying to intimidate me. Number one, I'm like 5'4". I'm real short. So the girl that was trying to intimidate me, she was probably like 5'10", 5'11", if that. She could have been 6 foot, but she was really tall and she was a big girl. So I guess she thought she was intimidating me because when I was trying to sign out, she was tapping her hands on the desk like, tap, tap, you done? What's up? She was going like this. Y'all hear the tapping? She was going like this, like waiting for me to get done. And I'm just like, well, I'm signing out and you're signing out too. But I turned to her, I said, do you need this? She was like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all and y'all attitudes up in here? This is filthy. Your attitude is disgusting, sis. If you need the bag, all you had to do was tell me, hey, can you take that off the clipboard? I'm kind of in a rush. That's all she had to do. I'm kind of in a rush. Can you take the thing off the clipboard? And that would have been that. But for you to be nasty and be tapping your fingers at me like I'm supposed to just go rush and be at your beck and call, it don't work like that, babe. Yeah, that's the devil working. Girl, you should have seen it. If I could have recorded her, I would have. That's how bad it was. I mean, she literally, because she was a bigger girl, right? She was tall. She was taller than me. And she was bigger in her body. She was probably BBW or whatever, but she was really tall. So she was trying to intimidate me because I think the girls see me, right? They see when a new girl come in there, it's like a new person coming into prison. Everybody know who you are. Everybody know what your charges are and when you got there and all that. So even in the shelter, they know who I am. They know me as, that's the girl. She got a job. She has a car. She don't barely talk to nobody and she's quiet. They know me as that girl. So this morning I'm trying to sign out and this big chick come over there and she's staring at me. She started tapping her fingers on the desk like, you done? You done? And I turned to her and I said, do you need one of these? She was like, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. And I'm just like, yo, where's your attitude coming from? And I didn't say nothing to her. Like, I didn't give in to what she was trying. She was trying to taunt me and I didn't give in to it. Thanksgiving coming up, probably had them to change your schedule around. Yeah, they changed my schedule around, and that's okay. It kind of worked. I mean, I'm normally off on Mondays, which I would have liked. I would have liked to kept Monday off, but it kind of is what it is. That's the devil working. I know. Be careful. I am. She just was jealous. No, she was just being an ignorant hood rat, like most of the girls in there are. You know what I'm saying? They're all nasty. They all be cussing each other out. And the sad part is about this shelter, none of the staff members check these girls. None of them are checked for their behavior. No, you basically on your own in there. Nobody gets checked for their nasty behavior. And I know they sit around and talk about me, but what can you really say about me? Well, she's quiet. She goes to work every day and she minds her damn business. She barely talks to people. I don't. For what? The way y'all be acting, why would I want to be friends with anybody like y'all? She just jealous. And then they assume you think you are better than them. Yeah, they probably think I'm better because I have a job and I have a car. You know, I'm glad you stay to yourself and keep building. Yeah, man. It's hard in shelters, man. But that's the type of thing. And the women, the mentality of the girls in there, all I hear is cussing, fussing, doors slamming. That's all I hear. And nobody gets checked for their crap. Like what the girl was trying to do to me, I guess she thought I was going to be scared and say, you know, oh, here you go. I said, oh, no. I said, you need one of these? She was like, oh, yeah, because my ride's waiting. I said, well, in my head, that's not my problem. If your ride is waiting, that's your ride. That's just, you know what I'm saying? You come up here. If you know you're running late, you come up here. Like, if you work at McDonald's, you're not going to go in there and be mad at your boss because you're late. You're late because of your own self, right? But, yeah, she was trying to intimidate me, child. She was trying to intimidate me, girl. And I was just like, girl, ain't nobody fucking scared of you. Excuse my language, but girl, ain't nobody scared. Ain't nobody scared but the devil. Ain't nobody scared but the devil. See, another person that's easily scared of people would have been kind of like, you know, you try to intimidate me. I'm like, what is this, prison? But they get away with the crap. But that's the kind of mess you deal with when you at shelters with women. They be around there cussing each other out early in the morning. They cussing. One of the girls this morning slamming doors talking about, I can't effing stand her. And you got kids in there. Like, y'all chicks have no respect for the women that got kids because you know what? Guess what? The main girls that's in there cussing and fussing are the ones that got the kids. The ones that got the kids, they in there cussing their kids out and cussing each other out in the process. I'm like, oh, wow, y'all good. You'll never get a job acting like that, ever. And then the bosses have their faves and they don't put in trouble. The bosses have their faves and they don't get in trouble. Yeah, so that's why I lay low. I don't say nothing about nobody because I don't know who's cool with who there. I don't know what staff member. It could be a staff member in there related to one of them girls. Like, I keep my mouth shut. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. If I have a chore or something, when I walk through the building, I walk in there with my head up high and I make sure I look cute. I make sure I look cute so y'all can hate from over there. Because guess what? One thing I'm going to do is walk with pride and I'm going to walk with my head high in the air. So I want one of y'all to try me. It's no need to argue with people, especially when you are already down. They most low lives, and I know it's sad. Some people have become homeless. I hate my situation. I don't like being in there and anything, but being miserable, just being a miserable person and you want to bring the rest of the people around you down. And the sad part is this woman that tried to play with me this morning, she had a kid with her. I really feel sorry for your child. I really feel sorry for your child. Because arguing with people like that, like lowlifes, I'm like, half of you women in here are lowlifes. Now y'all see why, like, I don't entertain the shelter life. This is the type of things that you're going to deal with if you're at a shelter. You're going to deal with a lot of hood rat mentality people. A lot of lowlifes. Humble yourself. They're just ridiculous. It's sad. And they try to make us miserable because they are. Yeah, I don't even talk to nobody in there. I speak and say little things to my roommates. And honestly, I think one of my roommates, the girl that sleeps in the bed below me, I guess she's a white woman, but she's always wearing like a hat on her head. I think that she's a drug addict. I don't know what she's messing around with, but for me, for the last couple of nights, she was up all night. She was up all night. For the last couple of nights, she's been not sleeping in her bed. So I don't know if she out messing with drugs all night. Like, I don't know what she's doing, but I be in the room praying. I pray to God for God to just keep me safe. Because the lady that sleeps below me, I don't know what she's into, what she be doing. And there's another girl that sleeps in the bed. She sleeps over by the front door. She's a white woman too. She don't really bother me, but I know that she's probably younger than I am. But I chit chat with her, but I don't only talk about like shelter stuff. I don't talk about like my personal life, or I don't give anything to anybody. Because once you tell somebody something about, hey, I'm about to get in an apartment or whatever, a lot of people going to try to stop you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't give them no time of day. None of them. They are just ridiculous. Girl, you're better than that. And that's why I refuse to go to shelter. It's nothing but a bunch of crazy. Girl, you ain't told me no lies, honey. The shelter is literally like a mental hospital filled with a whole bunch of troubled people and mothers in there. You would think you go to a shelter and you have single moms that it would be somewhat civilized. But girl, their moms be in there cussing every which way. And they think it's the crazy part about it is, These women think that that behavior is normal. They think it's normal. The staff don't check them. Nobody says anything to these people. When they around there cussing and fussing, yelling, cussing, walking down the hallway, sorry, if I worked there, I would have to tell them, y'all need to tone it down. I'm going to be writing all y'all up. And I don't care who don't like it. But the staff members, I think the staff is scared of the girls. They scared of them. Y'all can't be running shelters like that, man. You can't be running shelters like that. The other night when the lady was cussing these girls out, talking about, oh, these girls outside was bullying me. The white lady ran in. I guess she was white. I don't know what, but they say that the woman that was yelling, saying that the girls were bullying her, they said that she's an alcoholic. But I believe what the alcoholic woman was saying, because they probably did try something with her outside, spit at her or did something to her. They did something to her. That's why she came in screaming and yelling. She came in talking about these 3 girls. Oh, they were outside trying to spit on me or something like that. I believe her. I believe her. Y'all talking about this woman, oh, she's an alcoholic. Yeah, she's an alcoholic, but she probably still got good sense that somebody was trying to do something to her. But I'm the oddball out because I'm quiet and I don't bother nobody. So now some of the girls want to try to mess with me. I said, sis, you barking up the wrong tree. I'm not gonna stoop to your level. You the one miserable, not me. I'm sure you probably don't even have a job. I be out the way, honey. Out the way. When it's time for me to check in, I check in at 10 o'clock, and guess what I do? I go wash my face. If I have a chore, I do my chore, and I be out the way. Out the way. Y'all can cuss and fuss right outside the door. When I be in my room, that's all you hear. Doors slamming, girls cussing, and girls fussing. If either they cussing another girl out or they cussing out their kids. Be careful they don't break into your car while you sleep. They have cameras and stuff outside. I don't think that they would do something like that because the cops will get called and a report will be made. And guess what? They're going to be kicked out of the shelter. If they do anything to my car, they're going to be kicked out. So prayerfully, nothing happened to my car when I was in the other shelter. And my other shelter was in the smack dab of a city. So yeah, I can get earplugs. I don't really like the earplug situation because I want to hear what's going on around me. Because if somebody run up in my room or, try to come in my room, every time that room door opens, I'm up looking to see who it is. You know what I'm saying? And the lady that sleeps below me, I think she be doing drugs because she was up. I told somebody, I said, yo, this lady look like she hasn't slept in 3 days. So I think she into something, but she don't bother me. Like, she's quiet. She barely talks. She be having her headphones and stuff in her ears. But I think she dabbling around with some kind of drug. Whatever she messing with is something that's keeping her awake. Because I don't think she slept now. She don't have a job. But she was, I came in last night and I said hi to her. She was like, hi, hun. So she seemed like she a nice person. But again, I don't trust none of them. So, but these are the things that you're going to deal with when you in the shelter. I wish if it was summertime, I could stay in my car and I could be fine in my car and, taking a shower or whatever at Planet Fitness. I would be fine in my car, taking a shower at Planet Fitness. But since it's cold outside, it's wintertime, I don't have anywhere else to go. So I got to put up with what I got to put up with for now. So, but I'm not, I don't really complain too much, but I'm just telling y'all the things that happen at the shelter. I'm going to explain them to y'all because I'm going to let y'all know, like, listen, if you lose your house, your car, your apartment or something, you got to end up at a shelter. These are the type of things that's going to be happening. It's not going to be any kind of fun situation. It's not going to be fun. So, yeah, they was trying to intimidate me. It was just one girl. And they walk around there like, because most of them are overweight and fat and sloppy. So they walk around and try to throw their weight around with their big, nasty mouths. Always move in silence. Never tell anyone when you have gained anything. Yeah, I would never tell nobody any of my stuff. Even the girls in my room, I don't trust them either. Because the girls that's in my room, they probably scared of the girls that's on the other side of the door. Because the white woman that's in the room, she's a young girl. She's like, she's probably in her late 20s, early 30s. So she was saying something to me the other day. She was like, yeah, I just stay in my room. I said, I see why. I see why. And it has nothing to do with you being scared of anybody. It's just stay out the way, man. Stay out of the freaking way. I got too much to freaking lose. Stay out of the way because I got too much to freaking lose. I mean, I look like a mean person anyway. I have a mean face. So when I walk through there, I walk through there with so much grace and so much. I just put on the meanest face I could possibly have on my face, and I be looking them right in their face. What you looking at? Because I got something for you over here. But they don't really bother me like that. You know, she was trying to intimidate me today, probably only because she had an audience. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to do my thing. I'm going to try to get up in the morning and get out before people get up like I've been doing. I notice when I lay around and I leave the shelter later, that's when all the hood rats get up. That's when they all get up and they be sitting around looking who coming and going. They be sitting out there at the sidewalk smoking cigarettes. If it's a sidewalk, obviously somebody needs to walk on the sidewalk. If y'all need to smoke cigarettes, y'all need to go away from the building and smoke y'all crappy cigarettes over there. Not smoke your cigarettes on the sidewalk where people got to walk. They sit there and purposely smoke on the sidewalk. So when someone's coming out the thing, they got to say, excuse me. I shouldn't have to say, excuse me. You shouldn't be smoking sitting here on the sidewalk anyway. So when I see these girls and they hanging out by the front door, I go back in my room for about 10 minutes because I know in 10 minutes they're probably going to come inside because it's cold outside. But they hang around in the day room. They sitting out in the day room talking all loud and ghetto and crazy, cussing and fussing. And I don't affiliate myself with that. Once I lived in a shelter and wrote a book about my experiences. Yeah, I was thinking about like writing a book or whatever. Who knows what the future may hold? I just have so much going on right now in my mind and my head that it's so much going on. So I'm trying to keep my I don't want my brain to keep on like spinning around. I have so many things that I want to do. So who knows what the future may hold though? Nobody should be homeless. This ridiculous. This is a plain demonic, and I'm tired of it. And I have to figure out something fast that's not right. God is good. I know nobody should be homeless, but we are, and we got to just kind of deal with it. You know what I mean? I had to call the front office one time, and they didn't do anything about it. You should get you some earplugs. Yeah, I don't want to do the earplugs because I want to be cognizant of my surroundings. You know, I am going to go get me some more mace from Walmart. You know, I don't feel unsafe in there, but I still don't trust nobody. I don't feel unsafe, but I don't trust nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust anybody. I work 5 days a week, so I'm never around anyway. So that kind of works in my favor. I'm never here anyway. So when I do move, like now, they gave me a chore last week. So I have to look at the chore list that they post. And if my name is on it, I got to do my chores, which is no problem. But girl, one thing I want to let y'all heifers know, I'm not around here. I'm not scared of none of y'all. So let's not try to put that narrative over, oh, we're going to bully her. We're going to, no, baby. I walks with my head up high in the air, okay? Yeah, stay to yourself. You're not trying to be friends with people who are comfortable with being homeless. Comfortable being homeless and just straight up ghetto, man. Straight up ghetto, freaking thought hood rats. That's how they act. They act like them thought hood rat women, and I can't stand women. I can't stand no loudmouth women. Y'all loud as heck. I can hear y'all all the way in my room because y'all out there cussing and fussing and acting all ghetto and stupid. That's what they want to. Keep praying for God to handle them. Yeah, I continue to pray. It sucks, man. It really sucks, you know, but this is my life right now. And I know it won't be my life forever, but it does get tiring. I do get to the point where I'm like, I hate this, you know. Your experience sounds similar to mine. Similar to my chores and all. Yeah, I got a chore. I think I got my first chore a couple days ago. So when I walked in, she was like, oh, you have a chore tonight. So I was like, oh, okay. So she was like, you have to clean the bathroom. So they made me clean this big bathroom, which was fine. They give you paper towels. They gave me some Windex. So I wiped everything down, and then I had to sweep the floor and mop it. And then while I'm cleaning, this is how ghetto these people are, right? So I'm cleaning the bathroom. Some young boy coming there. I guess he was the son of one of the mothers. He comes in there talking about, you cleaning it? Yeah, obviously. You're not supposed to. That's the thing I say about the staff members not doing their job. There's not supposed to be nobody moving around when I'm doing chores. So why are all these people walking around while it's chore time? Chore time starts at 9 o'clock. I think 9 o'clock to 10. I think chores start at 9. Yeah, I think chores are from like 9 p.m. to 10. And nobody is supposed to be out of their rooms. And there'll be people out their rooms, and they'll come and ask me, You cleaning the bathroom? You know I'm cleaning the bathroom. It's short time. You know I'm in here cleaning. Why would you come in here early? You want to go to the bathroom? Like, come on. Do what they ask and don't say nothing. Yeah, I do. It's for the best. Yeah, I keep quiet. I stay to myself. I keep my head down. I really say I keep my head down, but sister, I really keep my head up because I want y'all to know that I'm very, very confident in what I got going on over here. So there's nothing y'all can do to intimidate this. I don't even, when I start doing my chores, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep my headphones in. I'm going to keep some music on, some prayers. I'm gonna keep my prayers running and I'm gonna keep my earbuds in my ears. I'm gonna do my chore. Like one lady, when I did my chore, she was talking to me, like trying to talk to me, trying to figure out where I was from. Like, oh, how long you been here? Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want no small talk, sis. I'm just here to do my chore. She was like, oh, this is how you do this. Girl, do you think I don't know how to mop a floor? Fill the mop bucket up with some hot water, put the cleaning supplies in the mop bucket, put the mop in the water, wring the mop out, and mop the floor. I know. Sweep the floor, and then you mop it. I'm not stupid. I don't need you to tell me how to do something. Do I look stupid to you? Do you have shelters in your state that are apartments where I live? No, I don't think they do. That would be nice if they did. At least everybody has some kind of privacy. Yeah, I definitely do what they ask. I keep my nose clean, you know what I'm saying? But see, people don't like that because they're miserable because they got to sit there. They're stranded in that shelter all day long. Like they don't have access to get out. They're not working. They just collect their little welfare money. And you know, when everybody get their little welfare money the first of the month, nobody's there. Everybody's out trying to get their little money or whatever. They want to get their cigarettes and stuff. So girl, I just be like, wow. I have access to get out every day. Thank God I have a car. And stuff like this, when people treat me like this, I just thank God that I have a car and I have access to get out of here. And my next access is going to be to find my own place. Even though if I go into a shelter, sis, I'm not going to be here forever. As soon as you get into a fight or something with them. And the thing was, the girls talk a lot of stuff, but I never see fights. They just walk around screaming, yelling, cussing. And the thing is, the sad part is, the staff members should be the ones to tell them, no, pipe down. We're not doing that here. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. But the staff members don't say anything to these women. That's why they're off the hook, because everybody act like they scared of them. And I was like, y'all shouldn't be sitting in here letting these women walk around here cussing and fussing like that, slamming doors. Oh no, like it sucks, man. It really does suck. Even when I was in the other shelter, the girls can be a little rowdy and stuff like that, but I think in the other shelter, we were all in one room. It was like 14 girls in one area, but there was like not a lot of people cussing and fussing, walking around slamming doors because we were all in one big room. So now everybody's kind of like in this space. It's like 4 girls to a room, and some of the girls have kids. Child, it's a mess. I don't know. Everyone is there because they need help. It shouldn't be no fight. I know, right? They need to be fighting to do better. Child, they should be fighting their way out the door, fighting their way to go get a freaking job application every freaking day. But like I said, some people don't want better. They don't want better. It feels like a prison to me, honey. They out there sucking down cigarettes and doing all this stuff. Y'all should be sucking down job applications. Sucking down job applications. Sucking down DMV applications. So you can try to get a driver's license to get yourself a car. And I know it's hard. I don't sit here and try to look down on people. But when I see a whole bunch of raunchy, ghetto behavior, I'm going to be like, yo, I can't believe what I'm seeing and hearing. Even the staff member today, when she was looking at me, she looked at me through that glass window like, I can't believe what I just saw. But none of the staff check the girls in their mess. They don't get checked for their behavior. When you hear girls cussing and fussing and they walking around that wing, that shelter cussing, F this, F that B, F that B. When you hear that, you as a staff member should get up and check them. Like if you don't shut your mouth, you're out on the streets tonight. If you don't shut your mouth and you're going around here talking, if you got a problem with something, go in your room and say it to your bunkie. You shouldn't be walking through the shelter cussing and fussing, cussing people out and threatening to do this to people and I'm crazy. She don't want to mess with me. Like, are you guys for real? Are you guys for real? Y'all don't even act like women. I didn't say anything about them smoking cigarettes. I just said for them, they outside smoking cigarettes. Come on. It has nothing to do with judging. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just saying what the girls are doing. I said they're smoking cigarettes outside. I said nothing about anything bad. If they want to smoke cigarettes, they can, but that's what they do. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how they get paid, funding for them. And it's so crazy because they're just making everybody else around there miserable. Like, I'm not miserable. Like, they can never make me miserable. Because my little space that I have, my bed, my little area of peace, I'm okay in it. You know what I'm saying? The girls in my room, they're quiet. One of the girls, she works a job. They don't bother me. But like I said, the lady that sleeps in the bed below me, for some reason, I noticed that she hasn't slept in like 3 days. Yeah, when they go outside and smoke cigarettes, these girls are in my way because I'm trying to walk to my car, and they're standing on the sidewalk all in a big huddle smoking cigarettes, looking like they trying to block me from going to my freaking car. Like I'm supposed to walk around the sidewalk and walk in the grass. Like I'm supposed to walk in the grass because they smoking cigarettes on the sidewalk. No, sis. Go over there and smoke cigarettes in the designated area. You're not supposed to smoke cigarettes all close on the building like that anyway. But again, it goes back to the staff members that should be watching these women and saying, listen, y'all need to go over there and smoke cigarettes. Not close to the building. You're supposed to be what? Away from the building? 15 or 20 feet or something like that? Yeah, they doing that to taunt people. So people have to walk around them. Like, when I saw them outside, I just turned around and went back in my room. I stayed in my room for 10 minutes. And then I said, I know in 10 minutes they're going to come back inside and then I can go to my car. I shouldn't have to walk outside on the sidewalk to get to my car to go to work. And there's like 4 chicks standing there smoking cigarettes by on the sidewalk like that. That's disrespectful, man. Because I know y'all not doing it to the staff members that work there. Y'all not doing it to them. Y'all only doing it to girls because y'all think y'all gonna try to intimidate people. I shouldn't have to walk around you. Yeah, and I don't even care about the secondhand smoke. Like, they should be smoking in the designated area. The fact that they're smoking on the sidewalk for people to walk past them and then you have to say, excuse me. I shouldn't have to say, excuse me. This is a sidewalk. Y'all should be smoking over there in the smoking area. This is not the smoking area. But the staff members, I'm blaming it on the staff members. I don't even blame the girls for that because they getting away with what they can get away with. They're doing what they want to do. The staff members should be watching over them and seeing what they're doing. But no, the staff members be in the office laughing, joking, and they in there kicking back. They're not thinking about what the girls are doing. They just be doing ignorant stuff, man, and it has nothing to do with somebody smoking. I'm just saying, y'all want to be ignorant, ghetto, raunchy, and all that old nasty stuff, and messing with people that ain't messing with you. We all in here because we homeless, but what you over here trying to taunt me for? I mind my business. I go to my car, go to work. Don't worry about nobody else but myself. It sucks, and I really wish I had somewhere else to go. I really wish I had my family to help me out. I would be out of there so quick. But see, I'm not, I'm not a punk. I'm far from a punk, but I try to avoid confrontation at all costs. If I see these girls trying to, do stuff, I go right back in my room until I know they just move away or they go in their rooms or wherever they end up at. I just stay away from the bull crap. I don't need it. I don't need the extra little stuff, stupid little innuendos that these women try to do to people, like bully them and insult, like intimidate them. And that's what they try to do to me. And guess what? I'm going to walk with my head even higher because ain't none of y'all going to put your hands on me. I know that much. The one that screams the loudest and got the biggest mouth can't do nothing. Can't even throw a punch if they wanted to. So it's not even about that, but it's just the fact that I know that y'all talk about me. I know that y'all see me around and y'all say stuff. But what can you possibly say about someone that you don't know? What can you say about someone that you don't know, babe? I'm sure that y'all can look all up in my face and I look like a mean person, but I'm really nice. But I put on an extra mean face when I'm in there because I wish somebody would, right? That's why I say I don't leave my stuff hanging around. I don't leave no extra clothes. Everything I own in that shelter, my work clothes that I'm going to put on the next day, everything is inside my duffel bag. I do not leave nothing in a drawer. They were like, here, you could use this drawer here. I said, nah, I'm good. Everything I have is in my duffel bag, coming and going. They have a locker in there that I can have one of my own personal locks to put my stuff in the locker. I don't even put stuff in the locker for what? Yeah. I mean, I'm not on here crying about anything. I'm just talking about what's going on in the shelter. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about my experiences and what's going on in there. So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak about it. I'm going to talk about it, and this is what goes on over here on this channel. We're going to talk about the homelessness, talk about the homeless shelter and things that go on inside the shelters. And it's basically like a jail, like a prison. It's basically like a jail, like a prison, honey. It's basically like a jail, like a prison. When I go back, I have to check the chore calendar and see if they got me down for any chores. Because some of the nights I come home late from, I come home late from work, and the chore still has to get done. Because she was like, well, this is your chore and you still have to do it. Because in the other shelter, I didn't have any chores because I had a job. So they didn't make me do anything. I got trauma from being homeless. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard, but I'm getting through it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on here crying to nobody. I'm not making a big fuss, but I do talk about my experience that I experience daily in the shelter. Like, this is what happened last night, or this is what I went through this morning, or whatever. But I'm far from allowing anybody to bully me in any type of freaking crazy way. I don't do that. But I will ignore you with the best of them. Get your feelings out because I know it's frustrating. It has to be some other kind of help. Have you looked into other programs? I'm looking into all the programs I can look into right now. There's not a lot of programs available for help, so I'm doing the best I can. So, as soon as something come through, y'all gonna definitely know about it. But I'm looking into programs. I have applications out there. The only thing I can do is wait. It's not an easy fix when you're homeless and you need housing. You gotta wait on other people. So I have to wait on other folks to, make moves. And, I'm doing my part as far as applications. And that's it. I'm just sharing my experience, sharing what's going on in shelters, hoping that I can let people know, like, hey, a shelter is not a place you really want to be at. I'd rather be home with family. I'd rather be living with family or living with someone that I know and paying rent that way. But, it doesn't happen like that for everybody. And that's just how it is. It does feel like jail. The day I left to move to an apartment, I felt like my release date. I know it feels like jail, right? It do feel like jail. Because the other shelter I was in, they had a gate that they locked every night. It feels like jail. And it feels like jail more so for the women that you are around. It's not even really like, it looks like jail, kind of like the doors and everything. It looks like, but we all have a room, but it's fixed up like a dormitory. You know what I'm saying? It's fixed up like a dorm. So yeah, y'all, that's my experience that happened that happened this morning. And like I said, the funny thing was, I don't even be around like that. You know what I'm saying? So now I know when I see other women at the door look like they trying to sign out, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to my room. Or I'm just going to try to come out and sign out when I don't see anybody around. I'm going to get a couple stacks of those things. I'm going to get some stacks of the papers that I need to sign out. I'm going to get a few of those and put it in my pocket, and I'm going to keep it with me. And I am going to have some in my pocket or in my gym bag, have some already filled out, pre-filled out. So when I get there, all I got to do is give it to them. I don't have to stand there no time, wasting time trying to sign no paper. I'm just going to get a paper, make sure the dates is right, make sure everything on there is right. I'm going to have my stuff pre-filled out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fill it out. It's going to be pre-filled. That way I don't have to sit there and wait at that front desk for nothing. I don't want to entertain no foolishness. And if I don't need to wait at that front desk, I'm not going to. So I'm going to have that paper pre-filled out. That way all I got to do is walk out the door. I don't have to stand there no time. Because it seemed like the girls, they be sitting in the day room just waiting to see who's moving around, who's doing what. You know what I'm saying? And on the weekends, since this is, Sunday, this morning I slept in. So when I sleep in, that means the girls are going to get up at some point. And when I sleep in, that means some of the girls, they get up for breakfast and stuff like that. That's when the rowdiness comes on. But when I leave early in the morning, I avoid everybody. Learn the root of the women and do the opposite of them as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah, the routine of them. Yeah, that's what I'm learning, the routine of them. So if I lay around, that gives me more opportunity to run into these women because they don't get up until Some of them get up for breakfast, and then some of them don't get up for breakfast. So they get up around like 8, 9 o'clock. They up talking, fussing, and doing all this stuff. So yeah, I'm going to learn their routines, and I'm going to work around it so I can avoid at all costs. Don't do the same routine all the time so they can learn you. Yeah, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to start getting up a little bit. Because sometimes I lay in bed and I'm just like enjoying to lay in bed. But then when I lay in bed, it gives me more opportunity to run into them. You know, they knocking on the bathroom door. They're going into the shower. So I want to do everything that they're doing, but I want to do it opposite. Do it the opposite way. Do it the opposite way. But I'm okay though. For the most part, I'm fine. And I could go and yell and complain to the staff about what's happening. Girl, that's not gonna help me none. Telling the staff members they ain't gonna help me none because some of the staff act just like them. So yeah. Some of the staff members act just like the girls. So that wouldn't do me no, that would just do me a dishonor to sit there and the girls are doing this to me, they're doing that. The girls are bullying me. Like, come on now. I'm not scared. But nothing's going to get done. We know that. We know that much is true. You know what I'm saying? But I just encourage people, like, please pay your bills. Stay in your apartment if you have a house. Do the best you can do. Like, I know it's hard out here, man. Financially, it's hard. How can you afford this? How can we afford that? You got to just do what you got to do. That's it. You know, we all saying, oh, the rent is high. Oh, the food is high. Oh, this is high. But we still need it. We still need rent and we need housing. It doesn't matter how high the rent go up. We got to pay it. You either pay or stay. Stay or nay. Shoot, if I could live the van life and live in my car in the summertime, I would. If I could. But certain things I can't do. If I could live in my car and stay in my car and be okay with the car life, I would do it because it's too expensive. I would save up a certain amount of money and stay in my car. But I have responsibilities. I have other things that I am responsible for. So I got to do what I have to do. I need to live inside I need a livable space to live in. So I have to keep applying for jobs and waiting for something to come through that way. That's it. And I'm not on here complaining and crying about whatever. I'm just telling y'all what's going on in the shelter. I never hung out at the shelter on days off, so I avoided the drama. Yeah, I'm not there. On my days off, I'm not there anyway. But sometimes in the wintertime, I'm out here in parking lots and stuff like that, and it'd be cold. Like right now, I turn my heat back on. It's a little chilly out here. But I avoid at all costs, man. I try to avoid everything at all costs. When I was in the shelter, I picked talking out the trash. Oh, you picked taking out the trash. I would get ready, did the day dump and trash on my way out the door to my car. Yeah, child. They be looking at me. They be knowing I be out the door. But now some days I'm gonna have to start getting up earlier to really get out the door. But it be tiring because some days, like right now, I do want to go back to the shelter and sleep and relax and stuff. But I gotta get past the zoo animals to get to my room. You know what I mean? So I don't know, child. Girl, I just be minding my own business. It's funny. It is funny. And I call them zoo animals because that's how they act. They act like zoo animals, so I'm gonna call them zoo animals. That's how they act. That's what I'm gonna say. Because people used to get mad at me. Oh, you're talking about them. Oh, you think you're better than them. You think, like, girl, listen, you think what you want to think. These girls are some hood rats. You think what you want. They some ghetto girls. And they don't know how to act. I don't know who raised them. Some of the girls could have been, they could have been raised in foster care. And, you know, I know it's all type of situation for people. Everybody got something different going on. I understand that. But even if you was raised in foster care and didn't have a mom or a dad, that is still no excuse to treat somebody like crap. We're not giving nobody no pass on treating people like crap. Oh, she didn't have her mom or her dad. Yeah, it's okay for her to treat people like garbage. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not giving you a pass on treating somebody like crap. You don't get to treat nobody like crap. Everybody should know human decency. Everybody should know what that is. When them girls like at the shelter and stuff, they even go to the welfare building, cussing out the counselors and stuff. This is why a lot of people don't want to teach kids, because some people don't know how to treat people. It's not fair. It's not fair, and you shouldn't go around treating somebody like crap. But we live in a world that people just don't give a crap. The culture is disrespectful. Oh, if your teacher do something that you don't like, cuss her out, spit on her, do this to her. If your mom and them do something you don't like, beat them up, beat your parents up. Like, this is the culture that we live in. No respect. There's no respect. No respect. That's why the teachers have stopped teaching. Everybody's starting to stop doing the stuff that they're doing. Nobody want to be teaching around a whole bunch of disrespectful behind younger generation people. This is all I see at the shelter. It'd be them young girls that be around there cussing people out. I'm going to F her up. I'm going to do this. I'm like, it's Bad Girls Club. All that reality TV show stuff that these young kids be watching, they be trying to live that life. Think it's cool to knock somebody in the head. Somebody piss you off. Oh, just beat them up. They think it's okay. So, I don't know. I feel sorry for him. I'm like, sis, with that type of attitude, baby, you ain't gonna never find no job. You never find a job acting like that. So I don't know. The only thing I could do is keep putting one foot in front of the other like I've been doing to get out of this situation. That's it, y'all. One foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. But for the most part, I'm okay. Like I said, when I'm in my bed at night and stuff like that, I'm okay. Like I said, I don't know what's going on with the lady that sleeps below me, my bunkie. I think it's a drug. I think she got a drug problem. Because from what I see, she hasn't slept in like 3 days. She's been kind of in and out the room all night long. She in and out the room. So I don't know what's up with her. I don't even know where she be going because she be missing for hours. And I'm like, girl, where you be at? I did see her in the room. Like, she be in the day room early in the morning. She be sitting out there. And it looked like she be amongst the ratchets. So I said, oh, okay, I see how you do. You probably be out there telling them, oh, yeah, you know, she be in there sleeping, but she don't really say nothing. You know, I don't trust her either. But whatever she got going on, I don't know. I don't know. It could be mental illness. It could be a tad of mental illness going on with her. I have no idea. But I'm also not trying to sit around and find out. She did say that she had some kind of disability, but, you know, she nice to me. I'm nice to her. But I can't be around all the noise. Because there was a lady last week. I think it was, what night was it? Friday night last week? Friday or Saturday night? The lady came in. And I thought it was a lady that was my roommate. She came in screaming, talking about, these girls outside was spitting at me. These 3 girls outside, and she said all 3 of their names, so I forget what name she was saying, but she said, these girls outside was spitting at me. I'm out there trying to smoke a cigarette, and these girls are bothering me. They bullying me. They messing with me. And she wanted to call the cops on them, and she called the cops. I don't know what happened, but she did call the police on them. So, but somebody was saying, I overheard somebody was saying that lady, she be coming in drink. She comes in drunk. So I don't know what happened or who that lady even was. I don't know. But they said that she was spitting. I believe her. I believe what she said when she said somebody was trying to spit at her. I believe that. I said somebody probably was trying to spit at her outside. And it don't look like nothing happened. But, whew, I don't know. I just took off my makeup, y'all. Just took off my makeup with these little tiny cotton balls. These cotton balls be going fast because I take off my makeup now. I just get witch hazel. I use this witch hazel from the Dollar Tree. It's called Lucky Super Soft. I get that to take off my makeup or whatever. Sometimes I'll put like Vaseline on my face to pull the makeup out my pores a little bit more. But yeah, this is what I use for my skin. I used to get like those makeup remover wipes, but they cost so much money. And you got to use like 2 or 3 of them to get the makeup off. So I just use the witch hazel. I put it on my cotton ball and I just continue to, wipe this stuff off my face. And then when I get to the shelter, if I don't take a shower, I'll just wash my face in the sink. Because I took a shower this morning at the gym, which was nice. Which was really, really nice. I'm at this park and it's kind of dark out here now. It's like, what time is it? 6 o'clock and it's like pitch dark out here. I will put my alcohol in a fruit juice cup and sip on it while in bed. Nobody ever knew. Yeah, that's what people do. They do that. They do that. The jobs are just as messy. They just dress. I know, right? You're so right about the job. Because I work in corporate America, right? And you right about the ratchet people at the job, child. They act the same way. The bully mentality, everything. You are so right. This disease is all over the place. The bully culture is even at work. So, but I don't run away. I dealt with this at my job when I first started working there. I dealt with the ratchet stuff too. So I dealt with that at the job too. They just try to be a little bit more professional with the ratchet. But it exists at work as well. And I just be sitting back. I be just wow at people. I be just like, wow. No, you did not just say that. No, you didn't. No, I just not just hear this. Like, I just be like, oh my God. The world is just not what it used to be, man. There's no respect out here, man. People don't even respect their parents no more. I never hung out at the shelter on days off, so I avoided them. Yeah, on my days off, I'm not there anyway. I gotta go to like the laundromat and stuff. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I hang out at the laundromat. Well, I don't hang out at the laundromat. I'm actually doing my laundry at the laundromat, and I stay away. I stay away as much as I can, unless I got to see my counselor or something. I stay out the way. And I'll be so happy when this is over. I'll be so happy to one day let y'all know, like, look, y'all, I found a place. I'm moving. And I'm telling y'all, if I move out of that shelter at some point, I'm not going to tell them girls nothing. I'm just going to move, y'all. You think I'm going to be sitting there trying to tell somebody, oh, I'm moving tomorrow. I ain't telling nobody nothing. If I move, that's my business. If I move, I'm just going to move in silence, baby. Right on out the door. We moving in silence right on out the door. And those mothers be having kids, and it's sad that the most ratchet ones are the ones that got babies in the shelter. They got their own kids there, and they're around there cussing and fussing. I would be upset if I had my small children. If I had small children, 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, and it's a whole bunch of women walking around there cussing and fussing in front of kids, and they don't even care about other people's children around there, girl, I'd be so freaking pissed. I'd be on my way out the door. But, when you have kids, you can't sleep in your car with kids. You can get yourself in trouble with that. But I just don't understand the mentality of the ratchet. The ratchet mentality, the fighting mentality, the culture of if somebody piss you off, you beat them up. You knock them in the head. You bust them down. Like, that's what their culture is. That's what they feel like. People need to be knocked out. Oh, beat them up. Do this. Oh, bad girls club. That's the kind of culture that these girls be wanting to live for. It's funny watching somebody get beat up. That's not funny. That is not freaking funny. Yeah, if you drink alcohol and you want to have a little sippy sip, put it into a little water bottle. They check your bags and stuff, but they check mine too. And a lot of my stuff, I be having water. Like, I'll bring my own spring water and stuff in there. Because, throughout the night, I don't drink water heavy, but I should drink more water, right? But I bring my own water. But you can embezzle your own drinks and stuff in there if you want to. Usually, if I have a little sippy sip or something, I go in lit before I get in there. So they can't say nothing to you if you come in. If I have a drink or something, I'm going to drink to get nice. I'm not going to drink to get pissy drunk. I don't drink to get pissy drunk. But if I want to have me a little, drink, a little shot of something, I'm going to have my shot before I go in there. And of course, I'm going to go in there and be knocked out and go right to sleep. But I'm not a drunk where I get belligerent and, get out of pocket and be cussing people out. I just drink to just, chill, vibe a little bit. But I go in there, I be right sleep. They're ignorant. Some people are losers because their mentality. You're a winner. You're going to make it. Thank you. You'll have a place soon. I sure will. I sure will. Like I said, every day gets easier for me because I know every day is going to be, I get closer to what I need to get to. You know what I'm saying? I get closer to the end result of my life as far as like, but I'm definitely tired of this lifestyle. I'm definitely over this crap. I'm over the shelter, girl. And I tell you what, man, I don't care if I got to pay $5,000 a month for housing. I ain't never going to lose my house again, child. I ain't never going through this again. Never. We not losing no more, baby. We are going to win the war, right? We winning now. We not losing. We not going backwards. We moving forward. We're moving forward. This just teach me a lesson to never lose again. And just teach me a big lesson to never lose my apartment again. Ever. I don't care how much I got to pay in rent. If I got to work 10 jobs to pay the bills, I'm going to work 10 jobs to pay the bills. And there's nothing I can do about it. I got to keep going. Because I'm not going to be living in this hell again. Heck no. I want to be happy. But this is a way for me to vent. You know, I vent to YouTube and I talk about what's going on in my life. And I talk about what the girls are up to, honey. Because sometimes they up to some ratchet stuff. Them girls be up to some old ratchet behavior, honey. And I'm going to speak on it. They be trying to bully and set people up. And that's why I don't leave none of my stuff in there. I don't leave none of my personal belongings in there. I don't even want to leave my mattress in there. But, I mean, I can't fold up my mattress and put it in my car. But, child, they don't mess with my car. Some people say, well, be careful with your car. Like, you know, they have cameras and stuff outside. So they're not going to do nothing to set themselves up and be homeless. They're not going to say, oh, let me go mess with this girl's car. Because I've been there now almost 2 weeks. And I don't believe that they would do anything to my car because they don't want to suffer the repercussions. Because I'm a darn sure call the cops. Because that's a crime. If you do something to somebody's car, that's a crime. And I see something weird with my car the next day, I'm damn sure calling the cops. So I don't think that those girls would do nothing stupid like that to try to mess with my car. Because they're going to get kicked out of there. So I don't think they're stupid enough to be damaging property. They already there because they're homeless. So I don't think they're going to stoop that freaking low. Your car, give me, be good in Jesus' name, boom. Been praying for you, not alone. I'm in it with you. Thank you. It's been tough, but we about to come up. I appreciate that. Thank you. They ignorant. Some people are losers because their mentality. Yeah. It kind of is what it is, y'all. You know, I put myself in this situation, so I got to get myself out. You know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm okay. I'm making it through every single day. Every day is a day of Thanksgiving. Glorify the Lord today. I was looking forward to going to church today and just praising, being around other people that in Christ that, you know, things gonna look up for me, y'all. Things will look up. Every day they won't damage your car, but they will ask you for. They ain't asking me for a damn thing. Ain't none of them come out of their mouth and ask me for nothing now. And if they do, I'm like, sorry, can't help you. Can't help you. That's what I thought they was going to do when I was in the other shelter, like start asking me for rides and stuff. And I was damn sure going to cut that right at the hip. I was going to sever the head of that boa constrictor. Nope. Sorry. Can't help you. You need a ride, you're going to go catch the local bus. We're not opening up that can of worms. I haven't seen the type button for your videos. The hype button. But have been liking everything to get you into the algorithm. Thank you. I appreciate that, God. I think I'm in the algorithm a little bit because I've been getting people, like, I get a lot of subscribers and stuff every day. People just come here. Some people are silent watchers. Some people don't even say nothing, but they're watching me. And some people come and give me comments. They be in the live stream, but they don't really say anything. And that's okay, too. But I think I'm getting into that algorithm because people are finding my channel. So the more, that's why I always ask people to like my channel, like the live stream, share it. If you can, you don't have to share it if you don't want to or whatever. So I'm getting into that algorithm a little bit because I push this every day. Like, I'm on here every single day working my channel, and I am actually monetized right now, but I gotta go get my video. I gotta do the paperwork to monetize the video so I can start getting, some kind of revenue from it. And it's not a lot of money that I'm going to be getting, but it's something. Something works better than nothing. But I think I'm in the algorithm. Slowly but surely, that algorithm is starting to open up for me. So, yeah. But you got to work it every day. You got to work the algorithm. You have to work the YouTube stuff, honey. It's available. It's there. I just got to work it. And I've been working it. I've been working at this every day. I didn't want to go live today. I usually go live in the morning, but I didn't go live this morning because, again, I stayed in. When I sleep in at the shelter, that's when I seem to run into problems with these ratchet women. So I have to start, just leaving a little bit earlier. When I know the ratchets are up, I try to avoid the ratchets. So I try to avoid the ratchet behavior. So I got to get up a little bit early. I know if I stay in past 7:30, that's when the girls are getting up and they're going to start talking some trash. They're going to start walking around, slamming doors, cussing and fussing, cussing their kids out. So if I stay past a certain time, I'm going to experience that. So for me to avoid that, I got to just probably get up a little bit earlier and be out the door. That's all. I know how to avoid it. You know what I'm saying? I know how to avoid the ratchets. I won't complain. I'm just twisting my hair for tomorrow because I got to work tomorrow at 9. So I got to work in the morning. My boss moved my schedule around differently this week, but it's all going to work out. Things will work in my favor. Let's keep getting your watch time. It all counts. Thank you. I got to get to a landline computer. I need to go to the library tomorrow, but I'm not going to make it because I got to work at 9. But I need to get to a library so I can get to a landline computer so I can go through fix my YouTube up so I can get revenue and everything. She said no pressure if you can't get anything. Yeah, I am going to go to my family's house. One of my sisters is hosting Thanksgiving at her home, so I'm going to go there. Don't really want to go, but I'm going to go anyway. Don't really want to go, but I'm going to go anyway. Show my face, I don't really want to go because, my family does nothing for me, but I'm going to go anyway to get some food. Go get some food, honey. That's what we going to do. Go get some food. I think she said it starts at 4. Just go get some Thanksgiving dinner. Eat some turkey and some stuffing and some potato salad and get some sweet potato pies or something. They said just bring some plates and silverware and all that stuff. So, because I don't want to go, I'm not coming empty-handed. I'm going to bring something to the table, so. And then, next year, in 2026 Thanksgiving, I'm going to have it at my own house. It's going to be, I might not host it, but I'm going to be cooking at my own place, so. So that's what I'm going to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing, baby. I decided to go hang out with my family, even though I really don't want to hang out with them heifers. I really don't want to, but I don't really have anything else to do, so I might as well go eat me some food. But I'm not telling you what to do. I just want you to consider their motives. Pray on that. Make sure it's God, because why can't they help you this whole time? It seems strange. Yeah, I know. What kind of music do you like? I like any kind of music. I don't have a specific genre. Of course, I like R&B, soul music. I like some rock music. It just depends. It just depends. I really don't want to go to my family's house, but I'm figuring, like, I don't have anywhere else to really go. And they did invite me. So I'm going to go because I don't want to be, Thanksgiving at the shelter. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure it's probably going to be other girls at the shelter on Thanksgiving because some of them probably don't have anywhere to go either. But I'm going to go because I'm not going to sit at the shelter and sit in the room and be to myself. Like, if they're going to invite me, hey, I'm going to go. Because I know I'm not going to be in this situation forever, man. My family treating me the way they treating me. I'm going to get over this. You know what I'm saying? God is going to heal this situation. I'm not going to sit around and worry about why they won't help me. Screw them. Let me eat some of that food, though. Screw them, but I'm going to eat some of that food. You know, because sometimes people, when it comes to holidays and stuff like that, a lot of people in families, they want to show off. They want you to come to their house and see, oh, look how we living. You know, people be wanting to show off for the holidays. They want to invite you over, but they don't have no good motives. They want to just invite you over because they know that you're going through. And that's okay. That is okay, because I won't be going through this next Thanksgiving. I tell you that much. But I'm going to go just to get some food. I could go over to another state. I have family in this other state. I could go do that too. One of my other sisters was going to go hang out with the other family members, and she was like, oh, you can come. I said, I'm not going to really be doing too much driving on Thanksgiving because I don't want to have to go over a bridge to, I'm just braiding my hair up right now, so. But I don't really want to go, but I'm going to go because I don't want to. It's either go with the family or stay at the homeless shelter and listen to these prisoners scream all day. So I'd rather go hang out with family. My family watched me suffer and didn't care. I would never grace them with my presence. Those are, I know, I understand. To have someone, I understand. I really wish that I could, but I don't want to be alone at some dusty shelter for the day. So I don't want to be in some dusty shelter eating some crappy food. If I could eat some real food, I'm gonna go collect and then I'm leaving. So I'm not gonna stay long though. You know what I'm saying? I'm not staying to hang out too long, but I'm gonna stay to eat some food. So because I'm going to let my family know about how I feel. Once I get over this hump, I'm going to definitely be telling them, like, why did y'all leave me out to dry like this? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let all them know. But now is not the time for me to let them know. I can't say anything right now. I just got to keep quiet. I got to stay silent. But I'm definitely going to dig into some asses when I get settled. When I'm in a good position, I'm going to let them know how I felt. But now is not the time. So sometimes you can't always just say things to family, even if they're doing you wrong, if they've done you wrong. If, like, I feel like my family should help me, yes. Why aren't they helping me? I don't know. I wish I could ask that question. But it is what it is. I have to accept things for what they are and accept people for who they are. So I got to move in silence right now because I have a way that I'm going to go about when I have to ask them. Not even ask them, like, we're going to sit and have this conversation that, you know, you my sister, you're my brother. Why didn't you help me when I needed the help? Yes, that's definitely a question. But again, I'm going to go over there for Thanksgiving, but I'm not going to stay long. I'm not staying long at all. So I really don't even want to go in my heart, but I'm going to go. Get up. Go up in there and relax. Stay as long as you can. Eat. Rest good. That's the least you can do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I don't really want to go, but, you know, I don't have nowhere else to be at. So, you know, it is what it is, man. No hate, no shade or nothing like that. But I know a lot of people in the family for holidays, they be wanting to really flex and come on over my house. I want everybody to see how I'm living. You know, they want to. But when you know my situation, you know I live in a shelter. There ain't nobody in my family gonna say nothing about that. Everybody gonna act like, oh well, we didn't know. Bitch, I don't need y'all for anything. I'm good where I'm at. Even though I don't like the shelter and everything, I'm okay there. And I talk about the shelter and I talk about the Rancher girls and everything, but I'm actually okay there. I'd rather be somewhere where I don't have to worry about someone saying, I'm sick of her being in my house. You know, I'm sick of her. She did this. She left the toilet seat up. Or she, even though I don't leave the toilet seat up, I'm just saying the stuff that people do when you live with them and the way that they dog you out, talk about you behind your back to their spouse or whoever. I'd rather be in a shelter. I'd rather be in a shelter than be with family, because if they're going to be talking about me and doing all this stuff to make me feel uncomfortable, like, mind y'all, I lived with family before and it didn't work out. I lived with family before and it didn't work out. So I'm not going to kiss your ass. I'm not going to kiss their toes and beg you. Like, I'd rather stay in the shelter. I don't have to kiss nobody's behind and beg nobody. The only thing I got to do is just go by the rules of the shelter. That's all I have to do. Go by the rules of the shelter. Hi, how you doing? How are you doing, Miss Thomas? They really just want to see you condition. I know most people only think family. Well, people don't read the Bible. People be the main ones wishing bad. I pray for you. Yeah, I'm going to be okay. I figure I'm making the right decision to just go, have a good day. Because I don't want to be by myself on that day, you know what I'm saying? So it's reasons why I do the things I do. I don't want to be there, but I also don't want to be at the shelter either. So it's either be with the family or be in the shelter. I'd rather be with the family for the day. Sometimes I got to suck it up and deal with what I got to deal with and just, deal with what I got to deal with. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm going to make it through. I'm going to make it through. There's light at the end of the tunnel, baby. And I'm not going to let nobody freaking be out here seeing me sweat. We ain't doing that. My family want to be how they want to be. Let them be how they going to be. I'm going to damn sure sit there and eat that food and enjoy my day. And I'm not going to stay long, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know there's no love there. So I'm just going to eat the food and run. Bring some plates to the table, put on a smile, act like everything's fine, and going about my day, going about my life, honey. It is what it is. It's going to be a lot of people with these family functions and Thanksgiving and Christmas and stuff. A lot of people going to be uncomfortable this year. Not just the people that's homeless like myself. It's a lot of people that got family drama, family secrets, and they got to go to Thanksgiving dinner and sit across the table from perverts and all types of people in the family that's done secrets throughout the years. Like, come on now. There's going to be a lot of uncomfortable people at these family functions. Come on now. Let's be honest here. Why are you upset with them if you rather be in a shelter? Because my family's not helping me. They're not helping me because they know I'm homeless and nobody really offered anything to assist me. And it's other things that happen over the years that I don't bother with my family. Yes, I'd rather live in a shelter now because I have lived with a family member before that actually kicked me out. So a family member that I did stay with, she's a family member that's not really connected to the family that I'm going to be staying with on Thanksgiving. So when I stay with my niece don't affiliate with my family like that. My niece kind of was like, y'all know people in the family could be separated. Like, it's certain people in your family you probably don't deal with, but other people in the family deal with them. So it was like a big separation in my family. So my niece that put me out had smeared my name to the family and said, well, I wouldn't let her live with me. Just so much things have happened, and I don't really want to get into it, but I don't deal with my family like that. I never really have. But the fact that I'm homeless now, nobody really reached out to me and offered me a place to lay my head. And that broke my heart in the beginning of this whole homeless thing. I did stay with my niece and it didn't work out. But nobody else in my family said, nobody else stepped up and tried to help me. And that's my problem. What do I need help with? What it is you think I need help with? I need help with housing. I need a place to live. If I didn't have to stay in a shelter, if I had a family member that said, hey, I got a basement for you to stay in. I have family members that have big houses. I have people that have big homes. And they know I'm homeless. And they don't say, hey, you could stay in this extra spare room I have. They don't want me in their house. And that's okay. But vice versa, if I had a place, even if I had a 1-bedroom, small, tiny little apartment, and I knew that my sister or my brother was homeless out in the streets in the middle of the winter time, there would be no question that I would say, come on into my house. I got something for you to sleep on. You can stay here. You working, you making some money, just help out with the electric bill, phone bill or something, put a little food in the refrigerator, and we'll go from there. That's the kind of person I would be. Would you get you a pet? I think about getting me a cat. I like animals. Yeah, I like animals. I love animals. Your breakthrough could be around the corner. Don't break bread with snakes. It's no purpose. It's just one day, baby. I know. You like animals? I do love animals. But if you be uncomfortable in their house, the shelter is better. Yeah, I'm just going to go to their house for Thanksgiving because I don't want to be at the shelter that day. If I could be away at the shelter, I just have to play the role. I just want to go there and get some food, a few little fake laughs, like the rest of them, because they're going to do the same thing in my face. The fake laughs and act like, hey, how you doing? I mean, how you think I'm doing? I live at a shelter. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want people to come and start asking me questions like, what is the questions about? You know what I'm saying? Being homeless with pets is hard. No, it's so many times I could have lost them. Yeah, it was a lady, she had to go to a shelter and she was crying because she said she lost all her dogs. And I was like, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry people got to go through so much pain in America with this homeless stuff, and nothing is seeming to help. There's no help for homeless people. You know what I'm saying? You lose your pets. People just don't care, you know? I mean, what are you supposed to do? I can't sit around and worry about people just not caring anymore. I have to just keep moving on with my life, man, and just doing the best that I can do for me. That's it. You know, I am going to go celebrate Thanksgiving with my family only because I don't want to be at the shelter by myself. But after Thanksgiving, it's back to the same old ball game. Back to being me, you know what I'm saying? Back to the shelter, back to the hustle, back to the grind of life, and figuring out housing for myself. And that's it. That's all I can really say. That's all I could really, really freaking say, y'all. I just feel like, to sum everything up in a nutshell, I feel like my family could help me more, but they just won't. People in my family have these big homes. They don't want to help me. And I'm like, well, screw it. I'm okay with that. They don't want to help me. I see it. Sometimes you don't have to have someone say, I'm not going to help you verbally. They don't have to say it out of their mouth. But I see it. They don't want to help me. And that's okay too. But it does hurt. It does. It does. It's definitely very, very hurtful and painful. So this park is nice though. I wish it was summertime, that it was like really warm out here. Could put the windows down and go outside and put a little blanket down on this beautiful little lake. But it's cold out here now. But it's not too cold in the car though. It's not too cold in the car. I'm just braiding my hair up so tomorrow when I go to work, I don't have to worry about doing anything to my hair probably for the next couple of days, to be honest. I need to wash my hair again too. I definitely need to wash my mop. But yeah, I don't have to be back to the shelter tonight until 10 o'clock. So I just stay out in my car and stay away. And at the shelter, if you guys don't know, it's little places. They have men there, they have women there, they have families there, and they have families that have children there. So everybody got something going on there. But thank God for shelters, right? Thank God for shelters in America. Thank God, because some countries don't have shelters. Like, if you ain't got nowhere to go, you basically won't be on the streets. So thank God that we have, shelters in the U.S. that we can lean on, even though they're ran so crazy, and there's like, it sucks the way that they're being ran and everything like that. But thank God that we have access to shelters and everything like that. Thank God that we have those. Thank God that we have like social services that, if you lose your job, that we have unemployment insurance. Like, even though stuff is crappy, we do have some resources that other nations don't have. So thank God for those. You know what I'm saying? Thank God that we have something we can lean on. And, we say a lot of things like, oh, there's not enough money and this and that. But God forbid other countries don't even have shelters. They don't have welfare. They don't have food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Other places don't have the things that we have here in America. And I'm just thanking God that we have access to a lot of things that you know, yeah, it's a lot of bad things going on here, but we also have access to a lot of things that most nations don't have. So we have to be grateful, and I'm grateful for it. And we know, us Americans, we talk about this nation, oh, America this, and everything's so expensive that, but we have welfare. We have the welfare system. We have DIFAS, we have the prison system. Somebody commit a crime, they going to jail. Other countries, man, they don't have a lot of stuff that we got going on here. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. We got clean water. I'm able to take a hot shower every single day. Heck, I can go to Planet Fitness and take a nice shower, and nobody asks me any questions. It's not the best here. We growing up, and we're really in some really crazy, we living in some real dark times, right? But I also look on the outside and say that I'm thankful for being in America. I am. I don't like living with people, so I want the shelter voluntarily. I don't like living with people either. I wish I had a choice, you know what I'm saying? I try to be humble about a lot of stuff. Yeah. I just try to be thankful and grateful for what I have. I talk about the shelter, he, but I just talk about my experience. I'm going to be there until I don't have to be there no more, you know? I'm going to stay there, be there as long as I can, and let things go how they going to go, and keep my nose clean, and, you know, keep my head up, because I don't want the girls to think I'm a joke, you know? When you walk with confidence and stuff like that, they see it. The girls see it. They don't like it, but they see it. They don't like it. They want you to be scared and all that stuff. And I just be like, girls, please. I got to go back and look tonight to see if I have a chore to do. So I'm going to go back and do my little chore. And when I go in my bedroom and everything at the shelter, I'm fine in the bedroom. The girl don't bother me in there. The two women that I stay in the bedroom with, they don't bother me at all. They don't bother me at all. So, but just like I said, the girl that sleep below me in the bunkie below me, she's very questionable. I don't know if she messing around with drugs or something, but she was up all weekend. I ain't see her sleep not one time. She would come in the room early in the morning. She would just be in the room all throughout the night. She walking in and out the door. And really, like, the staff members shouldn't allow that. You know what I'm saying? You should be telling her, like, look, sis, you can't be up walking around up and down all night. That's not, you shouldn't be able to do that. You should be in your room, in your bed somewhere. Like, come on now. She in and out the room, but she do have respect. Like, she don't slam the door shut. She do shut the door slowly and quietly. She don't let the door just slam all, you know, hard behind her. She don't do that. So she has some respect for that. But the girls in my room, they don't bother me. They're quiet and they pretty much stay to themselves. The other girl by the door, she was like, she works at Wendy's. She's a young girl, young white girl. And she just be coming in, going to sleep. She don't really say much. She told me one time, she was like, I stay to myself. I said, I stay to myself too. I don't bother with nobody. Because girls in there is very bully behavior, very prison-like, very prison-esque. It's very prison-esque in these shelters. Because people want to try to, like, I don't know what they be trying to do. Like, what y'all trying to intimidate people? Like, what's that about? Every bed is a check. Yeah, I know. Every bed is definitely a check. That's why they got us signing. When we eat dinner, we got to sign a list. We got to sign for this, sign for that. You got that right. They should have everyone in separate rooms because they're making big money. Yeah, they're not going to have everybody in separate rooms. You know why? Because the shelter is not really here to make us comfortable. It's not going to be comfortable for us. You know how long people be wanting to stay in the shelter if they had their own room? That would be amazing. Oh, I got my own room up in there. Let me stay there as long as you know. They don't want to make it comfortable for us. And living in a dormitory type situation is uncomfortable for people. Nobody wants to live, and you can look in your neighbor. Like, I'm looking at my bunkie. It's another bunk bed across from me. The girl sleeping over there. I could look at her and see her sleeping. Like, that's a personal, like, when you sleep in this stuff, that's a personal situation. Like, you don't want people looking at you while you sleep, unless you're in a relationship and that's your spouse or husband or wife or somebody. But they're not going to make shelters comfortable for us. It's not designed to be comfortable. It's just designed for us to stay temporarily so we can get some rest and sleep. And that's all it's supposed to be there for. That's good that she has a job. Yeah, thank God. The girl has a job. Yeah, the chicks I'm in the room with is good. Like, I don't really have no problem. Like I said, I don't trust them. I don't trust them. But if they conversate with me and they talking nice and respectful, I don't mind having conversations. I just talk about the shelter. I don't talk about my personal life. Oh, this happened with me. And then I don't talk about my personal life. If I have any questions about the shelter, anything about housing, I will ask them. I'll ask the girls that I sleep in the room with. But for the most part, they're cool. Like, the girl that's in the room with me is cool. She work at Wendy's. And this other lady that's in the room, she said she got, like, some disabilities. But I think some of her disabilities, I think she might be messing around with some kind of drugs. Because she was up the last couple of nights. I don't remember seeing her sleeping the last 3 nights. So I don't know what she into. But, you know, again, I mind my business. I don't know what she into, but she up to something. Because she's in there every night. And she hasn't slept in nights. So I don't know what that lady is up to. They make the money, though. If people know the money for each person, it would be enough for each person to get an apartment. Yeah, I know. I know how the shelters rotate. They get money for bodies. Every body that they have in there, they getting some kind of revenue for it. I'm aware of that. But they're not going to make it comfortable for us. Trust me. Because they don't mind. I was hearing them saying that somebody else was leaving. They was putting somebody out, and who that person was. I'm like, I hope you put out one of the ratchet girls. I'd be happy to see them get put out. Put out one of the ratchet girls. Put them out in the streets because they don't deserve it. Put out some of these loudmouth heifers. And one thing I always been like, one thing I can't stand is a woman with a loud mouth. A woman that don't know how to shut her freaking mouth and stop acting like all crazy. Like, what is up with you? Like, you'll never get a job, sis. Like, you'll never get a job the way you acting. McDonald's probably wouldn't even want to hire you because y'all don't know how to act right. You probably sit up there and get mad at your boss and want to fight your boss at McDonald's because she didn't said something. Oh, please go out there and go mop the kitchen floor. Like, y'all can't even stay in a shelter, somewhere that you staying for free. And y'all can't even stay in the shelter and be respectful of your neighbors in the shelter and have respect for people that's in the same situation you in. We all in the same boat, baby. Well, I say I got 36 people watching me. Can y'all give me some thumbs up, please? I say I got 24 thumbs up. Can you guys show me a little bit of love, please? I'm just braiding my hair, so when I go to work tomorrow, honey, my hair gonna be off the hook. My hair gonna be off the hook tomorrow. I'm gonna have a nice little twist out, baby. 37 people. Those ratchets gonna stay because the workers are ratchet too. They're busy gossiping and stealing. Child, I know, girl. I know. And the staff be ratchet too. A lot of those ghetto behind staff members, they down with the ratchet behavior too, child. But some of the staff members, I noticed that they be acting like they scared of the girls themselves. So I just be looking at the staff like, wow, what kind of people they hiring up in here? Y'all scared of the ratchet girls? Oh, because y'all probably ratchet too, and y'all want to run with them in that ratchet type of way. They like that ratchet life, child. I just sit and watch them. I feel like, oh, damn. Because I know they watching me, and I'm watching you too, baby. You watching me, but I'm watching you too. That's what I say. That's my motto. You watching me, I'm watching you too. I got my eye on them. When that door be opening in the middle of the night and I be up in my bed asleep, I said, I wish somebody would come in here. I wish somebody would come over here and try to mess with me while I'm sleeping. You're going to get the fight of your life. You're going to get this hoof right in your freaking mouth. Yeah, because those meth heads will stomp them out. I'd be scared too. I don't know what the lady it's a bunkie that I have. I don't know if she's smoking crack. I don't know what she's on. I don't know if she's snorting something. But for some reason, the last couple of nights, this lady has been up. She has not been sleeping. And I was telling one of my guy friends that I talked to, he was from the other shelter. And I was like, yo, I think this lady's on drugs. Yo, I haven't seen her sleep in days. He was like, yeah, she's probably tweaking. But she's not like tweaking like a dope fiend would tweak. Like, you know what I'm saying? She in the middle of the street, like nodding out. She's not like that, but she's constantly up and down. Like, she'll come into the room, moving stuff around, shuffling things around. And she'll be in the bed with her little flashlight on. She'll be moving stuff around. Then she'll leave the room. Then she'll come back an hour later doing the same thing. Then she'll stop doing that and come back an hour later and do the same thing. She just keep moving around. And I say, yo, is she on drugs or something? Those meth heads will stomp them out. The ratchets, they're able to get away with it because most people aren't competent and on drugs. If people had their head on right, they couldn't pull through. Oh wow, the desperate needs to make the money though. If people know the money for each person, I read that already. It's good. She has a job. Yeah, my roommates is like, even the weird lady that be up all night. Even the weird lady that be up all night, she don't bother me either. Like, she barely talk. Like, I come in and I say hi to her because she said hi to me the other day. The one that sleeps in the bunkie, the bed below me. I see a lot of these cats are coming out. I'm at this park and the cats are coming out. So I see a lot of the ladies that she don't bother me. The lady that sleep below me, she don't bother me. But I think that she's messing around in some kind of drug activity because she be up all night. And I was just telling one of my friends, I said, yo, what's up with that lady, man? I don't think I've seen her sleep in days. See, that's the thing. When you letting people that got drug habits and stuff into shelters, that's a very dangerous game that y'all playing with these shelters. These shelters just trying to sit up here and act like they're like, you know, drug treatment centers. They need to go to a treatment center, not at a homeless shelter. They need a treatment center at the you know, the drug center place. But you never know what kind of drugs or something that somebody is on, so it's scary, you know what I'm saying? So every time I be sleeping at nighttime, every time my bedroom door open, guess what I'm doing when that door open? I got my head poked up. I want to see who's coming and going. Ain't nobody gonna ever think they gonna try to get something off on me up in here, because I cuff you right in the face. I'll do a cartwheel off the top bunk right onto you. Like, what you thought you was doing over here? You gotta have your head on the swivel in those type of places. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep your head on the swivel in these shelters, because you don't ever know who coming or going. But child, I'm gonna look at this in a year from now. I'm telling you, 2026 is gonna be my year. I'm gonna look back at this and I'm gonna be like, oh my God, Lord Jesus, I came a long way. God really took me through the storm. I'm gonna look at this a year from now and I'm gonna be like, damn, I went through it. I went through the storm alone. I went through the storm alone. I went through the storm alone. Just me and the Lord. You gonna turn into a ninja girl. I said I was gonna flip off that top bunk. If I ever see somebody come in that door and act like they want to come over here and bother me, as soon as that door open, I'm looking, right? I be looking. I'm looking like, y'all coming over to my bed? For what? But I be looking at that door because I don't trust nobody. You never know who's coming and going. Never know who's freaking coming and going. They have men be working the night shift sometimes. So I be looking like, I wish somebody would think they're going to come over here and do something to me. And one thing I noticed this morning, right? So something told me to get up and check my window. So I checked the window that's by my bed. Why the window don't have a lock on it? So I'm like, why this window don't have a lock on it? We around here with men. It's men walking around it's men on these grounds. So somebody could really go to my door in the middle of the night, sneak out and come to my door and try to do something to somebody. Why isn't this window should have a lock on it? All these windows that somebody could easily open the window from one side and step into my room at nighttime when I'm sleeping. I thank God that I'm not a rough sleeper. I'm not a hard sleeper. I can hear a pin drop. My head is up. I'm looking. Who that? What you over here by my bed for? Something I can do for you? Something I can do to help you? Don't come too close to me. Hello, how y'all doing? Globally Munchie, how you doing? Shaking my head, that was the Holy Spirit. Yeah, I wake up. Being homeless can turn people into addicts. We have to stay and prayed up. Yeah, you're right about that, because it'll turn you into addicts. I was talking to one of my other, you make friends along the way, right? When I was at the other homeless shelter, it was actually a guy at the homeless shelter before I got to this one. He was somebody I went to high school with, so he knew me. So he said my name. He was like, you in here? He was like, what you doing in here? So I told him to explain what was going on in my life. And he was talking about his life. He said, oh, I came here from being in jail. And he was like, he said he turned into an alcoholic being in the shelter, because he was like, he had nothing to do because he wasn't working and stuff. Like, it's so many people in the shelter that have lost so much. They've lost spouses. They've lost their children. They've lost their homes. Divorce, a spouse passed away. The husband passed away. I mean, people got so many stories, like so much hurt and pain is out here with these people that live in shelters. And you would only to listen to a person's story. Everybody got a story. And we just don't know what their story is. So that's why I always try to get up every day. And I know people tell me, the trolls come here and say, oh, you talking about people. You talking about them. What you think you better? No, I don't. I'm telling my story of what I see. This is what I see with my own two eyes. I see behavior. I see the ratchet behavior. I see the bullying. I see stuff that be happening in prisons. That's why I say, Lord, I'll never commit a crime, because I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail and be around women like this 7 days a week. The girls that be in jail and the jail girls be trying to beat, they will jump on you. They ain't got nothing to lose. The girls in prison, they gonna get you. So I'm like, girl, no, Lord, I can't commit a crime. I can't go to jail. I can't go to jail. Yeah, it's really disheartening. We all have a story. Kindness goes a long way. Wishing healing on everyone. Yeah, same thing, sis. And I care for people. I don't care what race you are. You a human being, right? Man or woman, child, whatever. I don't want to see nobody hurting. I don't want to see nobody in pain. It pains my heart when I see stuff on the news and I see YouTube videos where people are struggling with addiction and people are sleeping on sidewalks and kids are being killed in other countries due to war. That breaks my heart, man. The racism breaks my heart. Everything breaks my heart, man. But that's what we're living in. That's the world that we are living in. But I'm not carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm not doing that. Yeah, homeless but not hopeless. I'm damn sure not hopeless. This is a eye opener for me. I guarantee you, and I speak this today in November 2025, I will never be homeless again. I'm never going to deal with this again, because imagine being a homeless person and you're in your 60s, you are aging, you're a senior citizen and you're homeless. You know how many senior citizens that are homeless right now that I see every day in shelters threaten to even put them out in the streets? People with no cars. This is what I see every day. Yeah, half the time the jails be safer too, but the jails is off the hook too though. So people be in there beating you up because you know you got somebody that's going to be in prison for the rest of their life versus somebody. I mean, the counties, they say the county jails are off the chain, but I think they said the prisons are a little bit safer. But the stories and stuff that I hear in prison and stuff, it's scary. It's really scary because I think they should house people, like if somebody go to prison or jail, put people where they need to be. If you didn't commit a crime and you got some petty theft or just something minor, put all the people with the minor infractions in this wing. Put all the killers, the drug dealers, the prostitutes, the people that's getting some big time, put them in a separate wing. Everybody needs to be separated according to what is going on. Like when I went to the shelter, I should have never been in a homeless shelter with women that got kids. They should have never have put me into a room with the mothers that had kids, but that's the room that they put me into. What if I was a predator? Because y'all know they got females that are predators too. You got some people that are predators that's female that haven't got caught yet. And some of these mommies that was in the shelter with me, some of them would actually leave their kids in the room with me. And I was just like, yo, do not leave your kids in here with me. I don't want no accusations being tossed out. Please don't do that. I don't ever want to go to jail, child. I scream and fight. I ain't trying to go to prison. Because when you go to jail, you definitely going to have people that don't care. If they ain't never coming home, you think they ain't going to bust you upside your head? Child. The world is just a crazy place that we're living in. We're living in some really dark times, and I always pray to God against the darkness. I pray to God. I ask God to send his angels down for protection over my life. I continue to war in the spirit that we are protected and we are covered in Jesus' name, that nothing can hinder me. Nothing can hinder my mind, my body, my spirit, my heart. I am protected. I am shielded. I'm covered. God's got me, man. It don't matter what people do. It doesn't matter what the darkness tries to throw at me. Those darts of the enemy are strong and they are vast. But guess what? Guess what? I got the shield. The shield is covering over me for protection. So God has got me, man. God has got me. Definitely homeless but not hopeless. Never. I will never ever ever quit. I will never ever ever quit. Never quit. I'm always, some days I wake up, like yesterday I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I think it was yesterday, the day before yesterday. I woke up on the wrong side. I woke up feeling hopeless and like I hate this life, man. That's what I was saying to myself the other day. Like I hate my life living like this. I don't like it, but guess what? I did this to myself, right? I did it to myself. You didn't do it to me. I put myself in this position. So guess what? I can still feel hopeless. I can still feel the pain that I endure living in this life. It's very painful. It's hurtful. It's lonely. It's heartbreaking, right? Seeing other people around me that may have mental illness, may have dealt with sexual trauma, may have dealt with stuff with their families, they got kids. Like, I see all this stuff. But I'm not carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I'm not doing that. I'm carrying my own weight. And sometimes it gets tiring. It gets tiring a lot. Some days I'm like, oh God, I don't want to do this. I don't want to. And yesterday I had a rough day. And I'm normally an upbeat person. I like to laugh. I like to, joke. I joke to myself. I'm on YouTube talking trash, getting people are laughing at my little corny jokes and stuff like that. But I'm definitely a grateful woman. I'm grateful to be in the shelter, even though I hate it there. A stranger is not going to say, hey, you can come live with me. I mean, in the perfect freaking world, right? But I know once I get clean, once I get out of this, and I say once I get clean, I sound like an addict. But once I get through this hump and I find my place again in this world, wherever it's going to be, I'm going to be so happy. Yeah, brutally honest helps a ton. Yeah, thank you. You got more going for you. Keep your head up. And all y'all kind words and everybody, you get trolls here and there, but I don't pay them no mind. But I just speak candidly about life. Candidly about the homeless life. And it's not for the weak heart, honey. This is definitely for somebody that I definitely been through the ringer. Definitely been through the ringer. But better days are coming. I can't even sing. I don't have no singing voice, but I be singing the praises. I sing praises. You got that right. I'm definitely gonna find my way. Cause one day I'm gonna come on here with the keys. Them keys gonna be a jingling. Y'all gonna be like, oh, she found the place. Soon as I show them keys, y'all gonna be like, oh damn, what happened? You found something, didn't you, sis? I'm like, sure did. I'm not gonna stay down too long, honey. We are not gonna stay down too freaking long. The good news at being at the bottom is you know it feels. Can't nobody hurt you anymore. You got the power. Yep. I sure will, y'all. I thank you. Once I get those keys, I'm gonna be jingling them joints. I'm gonna like, y'all, look what happened. And I like, even when I'm not homeless no more, when I find a place, whether it's a hotel, a house, an apartment, whatever it's going to be, I'm still going to record videos. I'm not going to stop. Oh, I'm not homeless no more, so I'm done with YouTube. No, I'm still, the journey of life begins then. You know what I'm saying? My journey of the next chapter in my life. I'm going to still talk my talk. We going to still talk that talk, baby. Because I'm going to do YouTube as long as I humanly can. Because I like talking to people. You know, I like communicating with people over, you know, in the world. And just talk about whatever it is that's happening in my life. That's how I am. I'm going to still talk my talk. And it's going to be so funny. When I leave the shelter, I'm not going to say a damn thing to nobody. I'm just going to... Yo, I'm just going to strip my bed and walk out the door. I ain't going to say nothing to nobody. I'm going to say a damn thing. I'm like, oh, she must have left. I'm surprised. I've been sitting in this park now for maybe over 2 hours. And, you know, parks like this be having times that you have to leave by. And ain't no cops arrive by. Parks like this be like, you got to be out by 7 a.m., you know, by time dusk to dawn, or dawn to dusk. Like sunset, they usually be trying to tell people to get out of these parks, but ain't no cops that rolled past here. Nobody rolled past here and said anything. Good evening. How you doing? Like I said, when I get my keys to my place, wherever it is, even if it's a hotel room, I'm going to jiggle them keys. You know, all I'm going to do at the shelter is strip my bed and walk quietly to my car. I'm going to walk. This is what I'm going to do, y'all. When I get my keys to my hotel, my house, my whatever, I'm just going to go slowly back to the shelter in silence. And I'm going to strip my bed. I'm going to strip my bed, put them in my bag, throw the bag over my back, and I'm going to walk quietly to my car. I ain't going to say nothing to nobody. I ain't going to say bye, hi, whatever. Roll them sheets up, and I'm going on to the next phase of my life. Come right back unless they sitting through the night. I'm going to fold them keys up. I ain't going to say a damn thing to nobody. No, unless it's one of the girls, probably my roommates or whatever. I might say bye to them, but other than that, I'm gonna move in silence. I'm gonna walk silently to my car and burn rubber up. I'm gonna be burning rubber up out of there. Burning rubber. Because I've really been through the ringer. I've really been through the ringer. But I'm doing okay, y'all. I'm making it through. Every day is every day. You know what I'm saying? I try to just wake up every day, get my coffee. That makes me happy. Just getting up, going to Wawa, get me a hot cup of coffee. Because one day I'm not going to have to go to Wawa to get coffee no more. I'm going to be in my own place. I'm going to be able to make my own hot cup of coffee. So I'm happy about that. Looking forward to that. I'm sitting here eating. Yep, that is right. Sorry if I sound like I'm chewing, y'all. I'm eating seaweed. Seaweed snacks are so good too. I love seaweed, y'all. Sorry if I sound like I'm crunching and munching too much. Like I said, I'm at this park and I've been here for like maybe 2.5 hours since I've been live streaming with y'all. I'm coming up on 2 hours of the stream or whatever, but I think it's been over 2 hours that I've been streaming. I didn't see like no police drive through here. Cause normally like these parks like this, they be like, you have to be out of here by like sunset or something like that. I didn't see no police drive through here or nothing. It's been quite quiet. Yeah, I had something that I went to ShopRite. I go to ShopRite and get this brand that I usually like to have. And this brand is pretty good. This brand is pretty good. If y'all go to ShopRite for seaweed, I guess the brand is called Gimme, Gimme. And it's roasted seaweed snacks. It's so good. I mean, it tastes better than eating potato chips. Y'all ever try seaweed, go to ShopRite and get the seaweed snacks. Get the avocado oil ones or get the ones that are like sea salt. I'm telling you, they're so good. You'll want to have these instead of eating like eating potato chips or something. But these are good. Like if you make oodles and noodles or something or ramen, you could put these seaweeds inside the ramen noodles. You know, put the greenery in there. It'll look like spinach, but it's so good. They're expensive. I think you get like 3 packs for like $15 or $16. And I think it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It probably might have 10 packs inside one, but man, I could eat this whole pack of seaweed. But it's a nice snack. So you could also put them in your noodles. You could put them in your food. If you make rice, you can, you know, crumble them up, put them in your rice. So it's so much you could do with it. But seaweed is good for you. You good. Your name is Munchie. I see your name. You still got sweet and spicy. This is a different brand. This is a brand that's at ShopRite. So the other brand that I had got, they had some other, and I didn't really like that too much, but I'm gonna still eat those too because I bought them, so I'm gonna eat them, but they're not my favorite pick. It's a nice little snack. I think it's better to eat these than go eat like potato chips or Doritos or something. But sometimes seaweed can be kind of salty though. All right, we're back to work tomorrow. 9 to 5. Which I hope is not busy. I've been getting a little busy because of the holiday season, but I hope I don't have too much going on tomorrow. I can't wait till 5 get here. I hope the person come in to relieve me so I can leave at 5. The ones that are filled with avocado oil, those are not too salty. But the ones that got sea salt on them, those seem like they're a little salty. But, you know, you can mix them with your oodles and noodles or mix them with ramen noodles or something. And that's another reason why I can't wait to move into my own apartment again, because I got some ramen noodles that I had bought from the Asian market. It's a whole pack of just raw noodles. They don't have no pack of seasonings or nothing in it. I want to make a ramen. I want to make my own ramen and mix it with the egg and get all the seasoning flavors. I can't wait to make that. I like bread and butter pickles. Oh, okay. Bread and butter pickle. I gotta try that. That sounds nice. Bread and butter pickle. I like pickle. I'm just not really a fan of like I'm not a fan of sweet pickles. I'm not really a fan of sweet pickles, but I do love pickles. Like, I love pickles. I love olives. I love all those little things. The cheese, mozzarella cheese with olives and pickles. You know those little things that you can find at ShopRite when you go in. They have like a buffet. With like the olives, the tomatoes, the pickles, the mozzarella cheese. Like, I love little finger foods like that. Sweet and tastes like vinegar. I like pickles, but I just don't like sweet pickles. I'm not a fan of sweet pickles, but I know sweet pickles is nothing really but relish. And when I make potato salad or whatever, of course I use sweet pickles, but I'm not a fan of sweet pickles, but I do like pickles. I like the black olives. Like, I love all kind of olives. I'm a foodie. I love food. You know what I'm saying? I love something that tastes good. So you probably wouldn't like them, damn. Sweet, it tastes like cereal. Sounds good. Yeah, y'all go to ShopRite and look for the seaweed. Y'all get the I always get avocado oil, or I get sea salt. Those are good. And they have another one. I think they have like other different flavors or whatever, but I normally only get like avocado oil or sea salt ones. Those are the ones I dry rate to more. But they're at ShopRite and they're kind of pricey. Like, you can get 3 packs for like $15 or $16, but I can eat a whole pack in one day. But when I eat them, I just can't stop eating them because they're just such a nice, flavorful snack. And I think seaweed is fairly good for you. It's good for your body to have seaweed. I don't know what the nutritious factors are. I have to investigate that, but I know it's organic. Excellent source of vitamin B12 and iodine. So it has a lot of good benefits for eating seaweed and stuff. And it's actually it's USD organic, sea salt, and avocado oil. So it's a nice snack. I mean, it's better to eat these than eat like some potato chips or Doritos. So, and I'm not on a health kick or anything. I can eat what I want to eat, but I know it's better for me to grab these than eat some Doritos or whatever else. So you probably won't be liking them. Y'all, I'm going to stop this in a few minutes, but I thank y'all for coming by tonight, listening to me talk about some shelter stuff. I combed up, I twisted up my hair tonight. Thank you guys for helping me just sit here and just communicate. And I love the conversation that I had with y'all. I love our conversation. I was able to stay on for, I think, 2.5 hours. I kept my phone plugged in. And it's so weird, but not one car came by here since I've been sitting in this park the whole time. Not one car, not one police car came by here. Nobody bothered me. It's a dark park, but ain't nobody bothering me. Ain't nobody come past here, no cops or nothing. You know, the police usually be checking out the parks, making sure ain't nobody staying in them, but ain't nobody come past here and do a thing. And it's still early. It's only 7:04. Shoot, I still got like 3 hours. I probably might call my girlfriend that live in, she live in Michigan. Call her and see how she doing. One of my girlfriends be having a rough time with her son. I be trying to help support her. You know, be a good ear in her head. See how she doing, but she just going through the disrespectful son stage. He's 18, and I told her, I said, listen, you should put him out of your house. She has a beautiful home. She works hard. She make good money. She got a beautiful home, but she got a son that's disrespectful. I'm like, girl, I would throw him right out on his face. Throw him right out in the streets on his face so he can see how it is out here. I said, did you tell him that your friend is homeless? Did you tell him about my story? Let him know some people out here homeless and ain't got no home to stay in. She stay in a beautiful home and she got a son that can't act right. I'm not gonna do. Heat up my car one last time and then I'm gonna leave. One last little warm up, a little cool down. But I had a good day, y'all. Thank you. You have a good rest of your night as well. I'm about to shut this off in a minute. Thanks for talking to me. Thanks for coming here listening. Thank you. I'm not gonna go to the shelter right yet, but I'm gonna move to a different location. People still part two. Thank you. Have a good rest of your night too, humble Jessica. I'll talk to y'all soon, okay? Thank you guys for coming by. Thank y'all for the thumbs up and everything, all the love and the support. I really do love you guys. Bye.